What's your favorite scary movie?
You're tuned in to Black Cat Horror. All right. Hello, I'm Dylan.
I'm Camille. We didn't introduce ourselves the last time we recorded, which is kind of fun, but that's fine. What's your name? You go now.
I'm Jordan.
And today we've got a good one. We've got one for the man. Come on now. We've got a good episode, everybody.
What's happening over there?
Oh, my phone's blowing up. Elden Ring.
Oh my god.
This week on Black Hat Horror, we were talking about the 1988 essentially instant classic, I'm going to say, Beetle Juice. Coming off the coattails of Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Tim Burton went back to his Frankenweenie roots and dished out this somehow still PG-13 rated delve into Who Haunts Who. Michael Keeton would get into his first iconic Burton costume and in less than 20 minutes change the brains of people like moi forever. This film takes I See Dead People to its roots, has some awesome dance scenes, it's got two, that has haunted folks ever since, a doom warship sandworm, and some of the funniest dead people ever shown on film. Let's get spooky, folks. It's showtime.
Yeah, it is. And sorry to be this way, but you are wrong about one thing.
What?
Maybe now it's PG-13, but it was just PG.
I wrote PG and then I read PG-13. So
It slipped
because
in.
they okay, right?
They
slipped it in, right?
Don't do that. Not without permission. So quick, so right off the bat with that one.
Yeah, you did it.
I can't help it.
You did it. One of my favorite things about the show is how sweet and kind you are, and then you do that. You instant skirt, and then you say some stuff like that. It's very funny.
You know, we all have our things.
Mm-hmm.
So, thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, PG, because it was early days for the rating system for PG-13. So
it had just become PG was just a thing 5 years prior was when it first started, and then that's how it kind of slipped it in.
Sure. What you said.
Doing
But
the
PG
peg.
with a fuck.
One in the stack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That surprised me.
It's one of like
Yeah.
4 movies that got an F-bomb
Mm-hmm.
in it. I can't remember what the other ones were.
You
But
got one F-bomb and a boopy-doo-boo hand gesture. I don't know what that's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He did a jerking off hand gesture.
Right.
No, he did.
oh yeah, he did that
He did
too.
do that. Yeah, he did.
He didn't come. He just.
No, so
He
did.
edged,
Yep.
and then
This, I can't do it. I don't have. I'm not
I did
wearing
it, but I think
pants.
maybe the laptop was
The laptop.
yeah.
Do it, Jordan.
Because the show is
No, just
PG.
kidding.
What? Yeah.
The junk
Fuck.
grab.
Oh shit.
Oh damn.
Oh my god, you guys. So they did a junk grab,
mm-hmm.
a J off,
Uh-huh.
and then
J.O. for all those
Yeah.
under 18.
Yeah.
which is totally natural and normal, and you can't get anybody pregnant doing that as long as you're doing it by yourself. So
Wow.
just be healthy and clean. Okay, so
Beetlejuice also got a little grabby too with
Gina Davis.
Yeah.
Not okay.
no.
Not okay. And then the F bomb, and maybe some shits or whatever, but like mostly I think it was the F,
Mm-hmm.
the big old F, or frick. That was it. Anyway,
nice freaking model, dude.
yeah, cute.
So Jordan,
Yeah.
this was
My
Your
first
hymen.
time. I was a virgin until today.
mm-hmm.
Guys, that's
Nice. We're
Okay.
keeping it saucy here on
it's a myth.
Black Hat Horror.
What? What's a myth?
I just the hymen virginity thing is like in my brain.
I
It's
didn't
just
say
kind of
my
a-
hymen popped. I just said I was a virgin.
I said hymen.
Oh.
Yes. To collectively, you guys have done this. Anyway, it was the first time.
Collectively, we popped the hymen.
Oh,
Whoops.
It
good
got all
Lord.
Beetle Juicy.
That is.
It's getting worse.
It's
It's getting worse.
disgusting.
Okay, so,
It's
so Jordan.
disgusting, and I apologize. I don't apologize. You guys did this.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving
And I
on.
don't apologize. It's fun. We're having fun.
Good. Okay, so it was my pick,
It was, right?
but your first time to have seen it.
Mhm.
Your first experience with Beetlejuice.
I was seduced by Beetle Juice today.
Who wasn't? Really?
Yeah.
But explain it. Do tell, sir.
Honestly, I wasn't seduced by Beetlejuice as much as I was Gina Davis, and you guys know this. Gina Davis.
Hot.
I was, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't realize she was in this movie because on the cover, the art of her doesn't look like her. So
Right.
Right.
when I was just like, oh damn, Gina Davis. Also, she's like dressed down, and I was just like, I'm digging this. Like,
Yeah. I love Gina Davis and everything she's in. I also love that even as like supposed to be like sort of stoic-ish like country housewife, she's still like a goofball.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. She's a goofball. She's a total babe.
Yeah.
I took a lot from this movie.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You left a lot on the table.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean I watched it with you. It seems like we just watched the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just kidding. I see what you guys are doing there. I'm kidding. Sorry.
And by that I
Kinda
mean
funny.
my love of models.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Building models.
Building
Oh.
models.
Not centerfold models.
No.
Right.
Could care less.
Right.
I'm talking. I make models of the places that I live,
Mm-hmm.
and I leave them in my attic, and I continue to play with them after I die.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. We are dead now.
Mm-hmm.
Little twist for you guys. We're not alive right now.
Okay, so sorry to cut you off, Jordan.
You're good.
So it was your first.
It was.
How was it?
It was a lot of fun. This might be kind of a weird connection, but I had like Hellraiser vibes.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
it has like some not exact similarities, but it's got some similarities with like the house, and then like doors opening up out of nowhere, and kind of evil spirity kind of things.
Okay.
And I was like, wow, I'm enjoying this way more than I enjoyed Hellraiser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about the story. I knew at some point that like Beetlejuice tries to marry Winona Ryder, but like I thought that was like the major plot point, and it was like
Nothing.
not.
Yeah.
It's literally just so he doesn't, just so he can stay,
yeah.
stay out. I guess I don't know, because he's little,
Excuse me.
he's real little,
Sorry.
he's
Yeah.
a little bitty guy, and then
It's so he can stay out of the afterlife, out of the netherworld or whatever.
Right.
So he can remain.
it would break his spell thing because
Right.
he's essentially cursed.
He would be living-ish at that point.
Right.
If he married the child bride that is
Lydia.
was Lydia,
Yeah.
which again, not okay.
Right.
Don't marry child brides, you guys.
Right.
Just don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Gross. Ew.
Yeah.
Ew. But
It's true.
yeah. Was it like the did you also feel a little bit of like Cenobite action from
Yeah.
Yeah.
From just like the different it was very much like obviously it's like a cartoon too. So like
Yeah.
a lot of the stuff is like goofy, but also like I could definitely see the like actual horror elements where it's like this is kind of actually fucked up. Like it's a little cartoony, but yeah, it is pretty weird. Also like I remember seeing somewhere like a store paraphernalia or like stuff from like whenever they do like the creepy when they creepify themselves.
Mhm.
with
towards
the
end.
hands, the hand faces?
Yeah, whenever they do the weird face things.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember seeing like toys or cartoons or something of that and being like, that is really unsettling. What is that? And then whenever in the movie, when they do it to themselves, I'm like, that was a turn that I wasn't expecting. So that was interesting.
Right.
But yeah, just the whole concept of the film just being kind of like, I don't know, scary, but also not scary. And just also just like real chill. Just like, oh man, we died. well, what do you want to do? You want to just walk around the house and listen to music and hang out, and then like, oh, we'll read this book, and then, oh, now it sucks because we can't leave the house, and what do? We go wait in line for 2 months, and I don't know. I was just like, this is interesting.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to see more, like, a lot of those characters, especially like the little skeleton priest guy at the end, and the architecture.
So cool.
Where it's like super Tim Burton, and it's like, man, like with Corpse Bride and all those other movies, like I would love to see more of the live action version of that, like that kind of stuff walking around, but in real life rather than
right.
So.
Yeah, as opposed to Dumbo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
True.
Which I can't knock Dumbo by any means. I didn't see Dumbo, but interesting.
I think everyone who loves like 1980s, 1990s, like possibly like early 2000s Tim Burton, like we will know when it's like when his shit's worth watching again.
Right.
Because like it's not right now, but like when it happens, everyone will be like, yo, he did it again. Oops. Britney Spears style. And then everyone will be like, oh shit, cool. And then we'll all go. But like, you know, until that happens, I do not care to watch anything that he does.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. It's pretty cool also that this was like one of the, aside from obviously he did Frankenweenie to jumpstart his career, but this movie is kind of the one that set the tone for his aesthetic, which I think is super funny because if you watch like any of the interviews with like the makeup crew or like any of the special effects designers or anything like that, they're always like, so what was it like working with Tim Burton? Did you have to meet his aesthetic, or was there room to kind of like work outside of that? And they were all like, well, what do you mean? This is like the second movie he ever made, essentially.
He didn't have an aesthetic,
maybe.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he like did a banging ass like claymation for Disney, and then he did, you know, Pee-wee's Playhouse, or Pee-wee's Big Adventure, which he just directed. Like they had other people do like set designs and stuff like that for that. I know that he had a hand in some of it, but like he was a director.
Right.
And then there's a lot of cool things that are like probably, I mean, people on the internet are like, they're Easter eggs. They're not Easter eggs. They're just like, they're things that happened and then he pulled from that. You know what I mean? Like in the costume when Beetlejuice, when Lydia calls him forth, when he does his big, yo, I'm going to fuck everything up. I'm here to wreck shop. And he comes through the ground in the whole like get up with the spinny hat
carousel thing that then turns into the strongman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he had the bat wings.
Right.
And then he made fucking Batman, and Michael Keaton was Batman.
Right.
Super lit. On the very top of it, there was a bat, but there was also a skeleton that looks like Jack Skellington, and then he made Nightmare Before Christmas. And it's like, everyone's like, they're Easter eggs. It's like, no, dude. He wrote those later. Like, this had no bearing. Like, it's just like happy accidents, you know what I mean? But it's cool to find that stuff. But, like, he's still very much finding himself in these movies. And I think once he did Beetlejuice, it was just like, oh, this is like the shit I like. This is what I'm doing. Like everyone in all my movies now will look like these characters. Lydia will forever be in every single one of my movies, even though it's not Lydia. We have to have
gonna be some creepy,
like,
weird, spooky girl.
Yeah, we got like
it's Helena Bonham Carter.
Yeah, we have a bunch of colors, and then we got a cute goth, male or female, doesn't matter. There's got to be a cute goth, and chaos ensues, which is rad. And then once he got away from that, I mean, good for him to be able to do that.
To keep working.
Yeah, like, I mean, he did Dumbo, I'm sure, because he wanted to do Dumbo. And he did, like, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory because he wanted to do it. Like, I don't know. Once you have just, like, a string of incredible films at the very beginning and like set the bar for yourself, I feel like now you can kind of do what you want to do, and he has done that. So
Right.
that's like cool for him, and some people like it, but I prefer the older stuff, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're going to see any Jack Skellington Easter eggs in Dumbo. But
Right.
maybe. Who knows?
Who knows? I don't know. I would be interested to see it, just to see if it does have like kind of that spooky, sad vibe that I think that a Carney movie essentially
Gotta have it.
would have. You know,
Yeah.
like I mean, I know that
Does it
there's.
still have the racist crows in it?
Whew, man. Probably not.
Probably
Probably
not.
not. I should hope not. But
Any Carney thing should be sad.
yeah,
Like a little bit, you know?
it's a life full of turmoil. I feel like
Yeah, I mean, like, no shade, but it's just like,
it's a hard life. Man.
yeah, dude,
Yeah.
like, you're out here grinding every day.
Yeah.
And then it's like, you gotta find your shtick.
This is not roustabout, you
No.
guys. This is not Elvis Presley.
No, it's not. This is
Uh,
the real world where Carnies rule. I don't know.
I don't think they do actually.
No, they rule.
Oh,
Right.
not they reign. They don't reign. They just
No.
rule.
They don't reign.
Okay.
Carnies reign. God. Jeez, that sounds
Yikes. Ooh, dangerous. That's a big danger.
pass.
No, thank you.
No. If our next president was a clown. Oh, wait. Never mind.
It's already happened.
You guys.
So,
Oh, no.
speaking of some of the things that we just talked about, not the president thing, but so I didn't know this, but Michael Keaton was approached to do this film like 3 times by Tim Burton.
Whoa.
So Tim Burton was like, "Hey, I'm gonna make this movie, and I'm gonna direct the movie." Tim Burton didn't write it, and he tried to describe the script of the film to Michael Keaton, and Michael Keaton was like, "Hey, man, like your energy." Michael Keaton, like your energy.
Michael Keaton. Pretty cool.
What though? What the fuck is this about? Like, because I guess Tim Burton described Beetlejuice, like the character, as like he lives outside of time,
Instantly.
but like lives has been a part of all time, which is like pretty heady shit. Like that's cool, but like you have to sell this to Michael Keaton. And Michael was just like, "Well, I like your energy, man. Like I can tell that you're gonna do something cool with this. I just don't know what it is."
What he should have said was Bugs Bunny, but a zombie.
Right.
Right. And that's that was a really good way. I don't know that it was written that way. It sounds like the way the script was written was, to put it the way you put it, some pretty heady shit.
Yeah.
Because the original script like had him as like a winged beast sort of guy,
He was
right?
like a demon. Yeah,
Yeah.
Beetlejuice had wings.
But then like when he was earthbound, like when he was
His human form.
topside human
Right.
form, he was like a small Middle Easternish man. Is that
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm. Different movie.
Different feel
Yeah.
altogether.
Yeah.
Different
Um,
time.
Different time.
Different time, different movie.
I don't understand how they ended up here. I'm happy they did.
I think how they ended up here, also, which I think is funny, is after Michael Keaton was like, "I'm not gonna do it. Like this sounds cool, but it's weird. I'm not gonna do it."
Right.
And then Tim Burton's manager got a hold of Michael Keaton's manager and was like, "Hey, could you just get him to meet Tim again, like so you guys can talk?" And that happened 3 times, and then finally, I guess after the 3rd time, Michael Keaton was like, "Okay." And he like got in touch with like some wardrobe people and was like, "Hey, I need you to just like get me attire from like these different time periods or whatever." And they were like, "All right, cool." And he was like, "I don't care what it is." And they brought it to him, and he like pieced together a suit, showed up to set and like had the makeup people like talk to the makeup people and was like, "I want my hair, I want big hair. I want it to look like I put my finger in a light socket." And they're like, "All right, cool." And then apparently the wig that they were trying to get the color for it so much that it just ended up looking like shit. And then they were like, perfect. This is great. We'll use that. And then Michael Keaton was like, all right, I want mold because I live under a rock, which apparently was like in the script. Like Beetlejuice lives under rocks and in the dirt or whatever. So Michael Keaton was like, all right, I want mold. And Keaton essentially created what Beetlejuice looks like and then went to set and was just like, you're either gonna hate it or like people will be stoked, and then Tim Burton was like, this is great, and then essentially added on to what Michael Keaton already did. So this is because of Michael Keaton essentially. And like after he showed up, a bunch of allegedly the crew started chanting at him like juice, juice, juice.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
You sure OJ just went on set?
I was gonna say
It was about that time.
Yeah.
He was still
Luckily it was for Michael Keaton and not
before.
the juice is loose.
It is so okay. Funny controversy or not? I don't know. Who knows? Maybe there's like some kind of like there's probably more to all of the story.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, really, who cares? Just yay, we have this movie. It's really exciting.
Right.
But like, so V. Nielsen, who did the like makeup design, the majority of the makeup design, who like you guys would all know who she is. She's like
Face Off.
Face Off, Judge Forever and Ever. Ooh,
She's got cool bangs.
juicy, foamy. Cool bangs and cat eye glasses that always look really neat, long blonde hair. Like, you guys know who she is. But she says, like, almost kind of the same thing. That, like, Tim Burton was explaining the concept and explaining the movie, and she's like, I honestly don't know, like, what he's looking for. But, like, then she was also given this sketch that was essentially of what appeared to be, like, a vagrant sort of fella.
Mm-hmm.
And she did that. She created that. And then he was like, Tim Burton was like, oh, this is too ugly. Like, people are not going to like this. We need to make it look better. And then
That's hilarious.
she was like, okay. And then tried again. And it was kind of like not enough. And then she was like, just like, let me try to do what I kind of think would be a good concept. And then if you hate it, then we'll just scrap it and we'll just go from there. And then she was like, let's like make it look like there's like moss or whatever or mold growing on his face and like all of this stuff. So I'm sure there's like a kind of like a crossways there in that story where maybe it was them together or later on she did that, or I don't know. But it was like I noticed that too because we had watched that together, and then I watched the V. Nielsen stuff later, and I was like, interesting. Is this a he said she said sort of situation?
Yeah.
But also, who cares? Who gives a shit?
Yeah. And
it's still cool.
unfortunately, like the way that kind of comes out in the wash is like when anyone's like, we want somebody to talk about Beetlejuice and we can get Michael Keaton, like, yeah.
Michael Keaton's going to be the one to tell the story. For anybody else that can get V. Nielsen, she's going to tell the story.
Yeah.
And honestly, more people will probably hear V. Nielsen talk about the makeup because she did the makeup.
Yeah.
So, so who
either way,
friggin' knows,
they're both like excellent at what they do.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's a little, I mean, is there any beef? Do you know if there was beef?
I don't know. I didn't care enough to look into that.
Yeah.
Like, again, I don't know. It's just an interesting, like a kind, not something that you run across a whole lot whenever you're doing like, research for this kind of stuff where there's like almost the exact same story out of two different people's mouths, but from like their perspective as if it was them that did it. Because I feel like that would get caught at some point, like somebody would be like, hey, this is said. But yeah, I don't know. So I doubt that there's any sort of beef though. Like, who cares? It's Michael Keaton. He's not impacted by it. V. Nielsen is certainly not impacted by it. She has no lack of work by any means, nor does he.
Yeah, they both are just like some of the best at what they do.
Yeah.
Like, he went on and was like if there was any beef right after Beetlejuice, he's like, I'm gonna be Batman now, so I don't care.
Absolutely. And
I'm gonna be Batman twice.
Right.
And now he's Batman again.
Yes. Which
In a
is,
series I'll never watch, which is a bummer. He's in The Flash. I don't care about The Flash.
Okay, well.
But there's like Flashpoint, I guess. That's why he's in it.
Oh.
Or something like that. But his costume is like reminiscent of the Batman costume that he wore back in the day.
Question about Batman.
Okay.
Okay. Nipples? When did that come into play?
George Clooney.
George Clooney, that was the last one. That was Batman Forever.
Got it. Thank
Yep.
you. Okay, that's all. That's all.
That was it.
Yep.
And then everyone was like, "Oh, cool, we went too far."
We've gone too far.
Also, I think that was like his power suit, the suit that he gets at the end of the film to defeat the villains. 'Cause
Yeah.
Oh no.
they always do that kind of thing where it's like, okay, well, we got to get our special suits for this guy.
This one's
Right. This one's nipples.
Yeah,
You know what would have been cooler though?
if they were machine guns like in Austin Powers.
That would, yeah.
Yeah, like fembots.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Yes, but also
Machine gun jumblies.
because he's Batman. So, God, we're so why?
You
What
guys
happened?
are
What did we
pure
do?
gas.
The sushi, maybe? I don't know.
Probably
Welcome
the
to our
sushi.
lives. Burps. You like that?
Yeah.
Sexy lady.
Second segment of this episode is going to be on the toilet.
Yep.
No, because he's a bat, right? So as opposed to just the two nips, if you have
You
like
should
the
have a
full
bunch.
set, yeah,
And then they all do different things.
yes,
Like
like flame
smoke.
thrower, yeah.
Okay. Sure. Smoke, flamethrower,
Right.
guns.
Oil slick, so then people fall down when they're chasing.
Yeah, he's like flying over the city, and he's just
Gas. Ooh, passy outy gas. What's that stuff called? But like instantly, well, okay, so I see
Chloroform?
that could be. Yeah, I can see. I can see how you're like, but then he would pass out. But no, when he engages those sets of nips, he
Cowl.
gets a mask.
He gets a
Yeah,
mask
his
over the
cowl
cowl.
turns into a gas mask,
Right.
and it's fine. And because he doesn't like to kill, so it makes sense to chloroform people at that point.
It makes sense to chloroform people at that point.
No, I instantly
All
realized.
right.
I instantly realized what I said was
So Michael Keaton ad-libbed like
Problematic.
90% of his lines in Beetlejuice too,
Me
by the way,
too, in
everybody.
life. Yeah.
In one of the interviews, he was just like, this is what I'm feeling. Like, this is like, I'm a real bad guy. So I'm going to like be a real bad guy. And if anyone is like, whoa, then I'll stop. But no one was. So that's why we got the
Whoa.
Beetlejuice that we got.
That's why we got the child bride Beetlejuice.
Child
That was
bride
his choice.
Beetlejuice.
He's like, you know who's hot? No one known around her. I'm going to marry her, but I'm going to pretend that it's part of the movie.
No.
They're actually married.
Yeah.
Well, they never got married in the movie.
So he
So.
didn't. Luckily, that didn't happen. He did not get to Woody Allen her.
I think another thing that's kind of interesting about this film is that like all the art always has him in this pinstripe suit, and that was literally like the last like
That was his
4
power suit.
minutes. Yeah,
Right.
That was
pretty much.
yeah.
That
I
was
was
his
like,
nipple suit.
Where's his cowboy outfit this whole time? He was in the cowboy outfit more than anything else.
Yeah.
The cowboy outfit is great too, honestly.
It was also based off of a late night actual like car commercial salesman who had like weird, slightly fucked up car commercials that were all late night.
I'm sure that
And
he did a lot of coke.
He did fucking gangbusters too. He made like millions of dollars selling
I'm
cars.
sure he
Like,
did.
And he
Come
was just
on
like, "Woo!"
down.
Yeah, because I think it was like the dog spot or whatever was like a segment in his commercials, which is why
What does he say again? What is it? Was it come on down? Kick 'em in the dogs or whatever. What is it? Don't kick your dogs. Don't do it.
I don't. Okay, so Beetlejuice TV commercial was a spoof of Cal Worthington, a car dealer known for a series of offbeat late night TV commercials on the West Coast featuring My Dog Spot, which was never a dog but usually an exotic animal instead. At the time of the film's release, Worthington made $316.8 million, making him at the time the largest single owner of car dealership chains.
Nice. Good
Yeah.
for you,
Yeah.
guy. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. I can't think of what he said about dogs in Beetlejuice,
I can't
and
remember.
my brain is not good enough to not be mean to dogs. I don't know. Kick him in the dog. I don't know.
What?
You know what I mean?
That was a very confusing sentence, and I think it ended with you saying that your brain doesn't work well enough for you to not abuse dogs.
No,
When you
no,
piece it together with Beetlejuice.
Oh,
Because
okay.
Beetlejuice he's a bad guy.
Okay.
You know?
You're not saying that you condone kicking dogs. You were just saying that you're unable to clearly define what exactly the line was that Michael Keaton said that doesn't sound like kick dogs.
Right.
You would like to think that he didn't say that, but you're not exactly sure what he did say.
Right.
You don't kick dogs.
I am going to look it up on the break, though. And we say this shit like all the time. Like, we'll look it up at the break.
And then we forget.
I'm
Yeah.
looking it up.
Come
yeah.
on down.
Punch a fucking dog.
No.
Beetlejuice actually only had like 14 and a half minutes of screen time,
Right.
which is pretty rad.
Not a lot. He was only there for like 2.5 weeks, right?
Yeah, he filmed everything in 2.5 weeks, and didn't appear until like 25 minutes into the film.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, and it was in less than technically 20% of the entire thing.
Whew.
Because it's only an hour and a half, right?
Yep.
Pretty
Real
quick.
smooth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also super fun, and this will sort of this makes it to where I can do hashtag Texas Chainsaw Massacre again, which is good. He based his performance off of Chop Top from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Oh yeah. After I read that, I was like,
Yeah.
100%.
That movie had just recently come out, right?
Yeah, 86.
Yeah.
2 years before.
How fun.
I just fucking whipped that year out of my ass so fast.
Is it because someone that you know that is special to you was born that year or whatever?
No, I was born in 90.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break, everybody. Yeah, we'll be right back.
Having trouble with a living? You gotta have your home space violated? You wanna get rid of that pesky living critter once and for all? Well, come on down and see me, folks, because I'm out by leading bioexorcism. Yes, there is. Come on down here. I want to tell you, I'll do anything. I'll scare them real bad. The point is, folks, I'm going to do anything to get your business. Hell, I'll possess myself if I gotta. Whoa! Yo, I got demons running all through me. All through me. Come on down here and see it. Hey, Jack, now, you get a free demon possession with every exorcism. Ah, you can't beat that, can you? Now bring a little parts down here. Hell, we got plenty of snakes and lizards for them to play with. There's no problem with that at all. So, say it once, say it twice, third time the charm, and remember, I'll eat anything you want me to eat. I'll swallow anything you want me to swallow. So come on down now. Chew on the dog.
Lady boo boo. Dicka dicka bop bop boo doo. Bidoo.
It was Chew on a Dog, everybody.
Oh.
Yeah. Chew on a Dog.
Still do not chew on dogs.
I don't condone that either.
I don't either. Jordan, do you want to say what you condone about chewing on dogs? What'd you say earlier, Jordan?
You know, I think that maybe if they're like fried or
No! No!
maybe, you know, a little blackened. Ooh, I bet a
Blackened dog.
blackened dog steak.
No, so sad. No, don't do it.
You don't know. It could be good.
Could be.
No. I guess if we were in a post-apocalyptic world and we had no,
We're pretty close.
no, no. It's never gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It
Didn't
won't happen.
Mad Max have a dog in like Fury Road? Not Fury Road. Road Warrior.
I think so. I didn't. That's the only one I haven't seen.
Ah, Fury Road was good.
Was that the latest one?
No, that was
No.
the first one.
Yeah, Road Warrior.
Oh, I
It was.
don't
It
know.
was before it was Mad Max. It was just called Road Warrior.
Road Warrior with Mel Gibson.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. Yikes.
Yeah.
I do not want to drive anywhere with Mel Gibson,
No.
to be honest. Seems like he might get a little road ragey.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Speaking of which,
Your face, Jordan.
Did you guys know, Jordan? Actually, this is a loaded question.
Hello?
What is happening?
Can you tell me, and it isn't Beetlejuice, what the first movie that Netflix delivered to somebody in 1998?
First movie, 1998.
Yeah.
Wow.
Netflix was around in 1998. Can you believe that?
I knew that had the DVD service, but I didn't know 98.
Yeah. They sent out this movie in 1998. First one.
First one. Does it have any kind of connection?
Yes.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Batman?
No.
Was it a Tim Burton film?
Yes.
Was it Nightmare Before Christmas? Not Nightmare on Elm Street.
It was
That'd be
neither of
cool.
those. No.
Was it Edward Scissorhands?
It wasn't. Michael Keaton was not in that movie.
Oh, wait. Is it Michael Keaton or is it a Tim Burton film?
Both.
Oh. Batman 2?
No.
Batman.
It was Beetlejuice.
You
I lied
lied.
to you.
You just lied the whole time. I was like, I could
Chew on a dog.
I
You bitch.
I
Got your ass.
Take his beer away.
I don't-
Oh my god, he's
How do
spicy
you-
right now.
You cheated.
I don't know.
You told me it wasn't this movie.
You too can be this feisty with Elk Valley 10 Killer. Sippable, crushable, drink it by a lake, chew on a dog. Don't chew on a dog. Don't do it.
But no, it was Beetlejuice. Isn't that crazy?
Lie to your friends.
Like, become a liar. Quit paying your bills. Leave the house.
I paid bills.
I know. None of these things are true about. Most of these things are not true about Dylan.
Oh, I'll lie to your ass. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, because I was like, didn't you tell me earlier that it was Beetlejuice? Maybe I just spaced out during that conversation, and I don't want to admit to it.
Well, it was better than me being like, hey, Jordan, what's the first film that Netflix released in 1998? Obviously, we're talking about Beetlejuice. The answer is Beetlejuice. So I lied
To build it up.
to build it up.
To give us something to chew on that wasn't a dog.
Acting. I think
Acting.
we covered that in
The
From
last
Dusk Till
go-around.
Dawn.
Right. Yeah, it's all lying.
I'm an actor.
According to Juliette Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
Go back and watch that episode. You guys like that?
Yeah, that was really good.
Acting.
Super
Good
solid.
callback.
Also, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yes, it's 98 was like a long time ago, but not that long ago.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a long time ago.
I was 8 years old. That feels like a long time ago.
I guess I was like 12.
I was 5.
Chew on a dog.
This is just kind of a shotgun blast of information. You guys can take the reins at any point, because all I have now is random shit.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Camille, take it away.
I'm scared.
Take it away. Chew on a dog.
Chew on a dog. Well, I will say clearly many special effects in this film,
Mm-hmm.
all practical, because they didn't do anything else but at the time. So,
Do you know how they did the, like,
chew on a dog.
when they
Sorry,
were
okay, I'm
in-
gonna be doing that.
when they were in Dune? How did they do that? Was that some
when they
green
were in
screen
Dune,
shit? Yeah.
so that was with real sand. It was aquarium sand because they
God
wanted.
damn. Wow.
But a lot of it was like forced perspective and miniatures and aquarium sand because they couldn't get that actual color of sand anywhere.
That's awesome.
Is that why
So
it's so yellow?
yeah, pretty fun. A lot of everything was done really cartoony. It like intentionally / not intentionally, because I think that they did a lot of like double checking with Tim Burton to say, okay, I see what your concept is here on paper. Do you want me to do it like that? Or do you want me to like do it more realistic based on what you've given me?
Mm-hmm.
And so he said, no, do it like this. So for instance, like the Ash Man, I think is what he's called, which is the dude that in the waiting room in the afterlife who has been burnt to a crisp from smoking.
Fell asleep smoking a stogie.
Don't smoke, guys. That's why you catch yourself on fire and then you die.
Mm-hmm.
So, also, so
That's
many
the outcome
other
of
reasons.
everyone who smokes cigarettes.
Yep. Every time. Every time. That's what has happened to all of us. Every time we've tried it, we are dead.
Mhm.
But yeah. So with him, obviously, if you look at him, you're like, his body features look off from human proportions, from actual human dimensions.
Yeah.
But that's how Tim Burton wanted it, and that's how they did it, and it looked fun. Like that's
Yeah.
part of what makes the movie both like.
Well, he's shrunken. He's like real. I mean, he's crispy, buddy.
Yeah, which
He's real gross.
in real life, if that had happened, there wouldn't be much left, if anything, left of him, probably.
Right.
I think
Depending.
it depends on how hot the fire would be.
That's what I was gonna say,
Oh,
Jordan.
sorry.
I like your brain. No, that's okay. It makes me happy that we both thought that.
Yeah.
That's so fun. But yeah, no. So I think that's part of what makes this movie so cool and fun, though.
Yeah.
Is that it's like weird and gross and creepy, obviously. But it's also just like fun and cartoony. And I mean, we're all gonna die.
Yeah.
You know, like that's the point. Like
Some of us right now.
Whoa. I don't like your face when you did that. You know,
Those are wick cutters.
the ending of the movie was supposed to be different, where Lydia burns alive and dies,
Oh,
and lives with Adam and Barbara.
right.
And they were like, shouldn't do
much.
that
Too
because it would sort of like show kids that like dying is cool.
It would
and,
promote
like,
suicide.
well, like I don't think it wasn't going to be a suicide. It was like she was going to catch on fire. Or
Oh,
something like
okay,
that.
my bad. I just
And-
like
and
assumed.
then-
My bad.
And then live the rest of her life with Adam and Barbara,
Right.
which she ends up getting to do at the end and not having to die, which is cool. But yeah, they were like, we don't want like death to be like yay at the end.
Right.
And then they fucking really drove it home by saying like, oh yeah, if you like Otho or Otho said if you kill yourself, if you commit suicide, you become a civil servant. And then if you pay attention, and I didn't notice this until we watched it this time, and then afterwards, really, too, everyone who works at the civil servant office for, the recently deceased, they all committed suicide,
Right.
which is, I almost said hilarious. And
What you
we'll
meant
stick
was
with that.
fun.
It was funny. It was funny. It was fun. Because like in the real world, suicide's bad. Obviously, everybody knows that. But like everything gets easier after time. So these people have been dead forever. So it's like whatever, dude. She slit her throat, and now when she smokes cigarettes, the smoke comes out of her throat, and it's fucking super cool.
Right.
And then the other guy who passes files around. It's easy to get him around the office because he's on a noose, and so he just kind of just goes around the office on a noose. And then the flat guy has his own little compartment that he goes
Oh
into.
yeah, I thought that's the guy you were talking about for a second. I was like, but he's flat. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
yes, because he like threw himself in front of a car or whatever, something like that,
And I
or
guess
off a building. I
there's
don't know.
He has
like
a tire print on his body.
yeah,
Yeah,
he threw
he-
himself in front of a bus. And I guess since he's a civil servant, it is implied that he threw himself in front of a bus.
Oh, right. That's the assumption you have to make there.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
I guess there's like a deleted scene too that sort of talks about, it covers Beetle Juice's backstory, because he's also a civil servant, because he was I can't remember her name, but like
Smoke neck.
yeah, he was
Oh.
Smoke Neck's assistant, and apparently he
Tig.
he hung himself because he was super depressed from being brokenhearted, which is why he then marries Lydia.
Ah.
And so they did that whole thing, but then they kind of cut that stuff.
They were
but-
like, actually, we like where this character development has gone. We don't need this sad sack story.
yeah, I don't
but,
need to
yeah.
know that Beetlejuice hung himself.
Right.
Like,
Don't
I
care.
don't give a shit.
Right.
He's cool. He's a cool character. He's gross. He's cool though.
Right.
Bad guy, but cool. So
I don't really see that for him. I see more like autoerotic asphyxiation kind of
right?
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
Me
Like
too. Yeah.
he fucking accidentally hung himself and took the big nut and all the way to hell. You know what I mean? Like
Oh my god. Speaking of
rode
the
the big nut all the way to hell.
Yep.
What were you saying?
Speaking of
Big nut.
no. No. Their caseworker,
Yeah,
Smoke neck.
Smoke Neck. Yeah. What was her actual name?
don't know. I can look it up though while you're
Okay.
talking.
Do you have? Yeah, I was gonna say, do you have her written down in the cast list, perhaps? Because she was a classic. She was a classic actress.
She wasn't starring in the film, apparently.
No, she wasn't. She wasn't starring in the film. But
You know, I always write down who's starring in the film and all this other stuff, and I never say it anymore.
I guess everybody can see it, so there's that. But yeah,
I'll blast through it at some point. I forgot that Danny Elfman did the music for this.
yeah.
Pretty cool.
Two goth daddies.
Two goth daddies.
Danny Elfman.
Sylvia Sidney?
Okay, great.
Juno?
Juno, that's
Yeah.
right. That's her name. Yes. Yeah. So she said that.
Her Wikipedia picture is old. It's a very old picture
Is
of
it her as a young lady?
Yeah.
That's fun.
And the clothes she's wearing makes her look like olive oil from
Cute.
Popeye.
I was going to say you were wearing a sweater earlier that kind of looks like
Looks
this.
like that a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess when she sat down in P. Nelson's chair to start having her makeup done, she was like, you know, the reason I got hired for this job is because I'm the only old lady in Hollywood who still smokes.
Oh, you know what? That's excellent. That brings me to a very fun tidbit of information. You
Do
won.
tell.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, thank you. I have unearthed a tidbit of information.
You've
Oh, I wish
activated
I
my
could win
trap
stuff, but I
card.
just get tricked instead.
Yeah, you just get lied to. How do you feel about your relationship?
It's diminishing by the moment.
Sure. How does that make you feel?
He convinced me in one conversation to spend $60 yesterday. So he duped me as well.
Cool.
It's a give and take. Which then you duped, now that we're married, Camille out of $30.
Yeah.
You know, and me $30, so it's not as bad. So no, I don't care. Okay, so Adam and Barbara are in the office, right? The first time that they meet with
Juno.
Bruno Mars. Juno.
No.
Juno Mars is what I
Yes.
almost called her. And over the PA system announces, Flight 409 is arriving at Gate 3. United Airlines Flight 409
Oh no.
crashed into a mountain in Wyoming October 6th, 1955, killing all passengers and crew aboard. Sorry for laughing. At the time, we've had worse. Okay, we've had worse now. It was one of the worst plane crashes in history. 3 planes crashed in 1955 and had a total of 66 casualties.
Ooh.
To this day, no one knows why it crashed.
Bombs?
What could be worse than that?
Bombs? What do you mean?
I don't
They didn't crash.
All
because
right,
of
here's the
bombs.
thing. They're getting way too close to Wyoming. Bomb them.
I don't know.
Wait, are you?
What is this, Ukraine right now?
That's-
Time stamped.
Don't. That's not.
They're shooting.
Camille,
Nice.
when you said the word bombs, were you imagining the cartoon black ball bombs that have the
Yeah.
fuse on
Yes,
it?
I was. Yes, attached to someone's ankle. Yeah.
What?
Like
to
Acme
their
style.
ankle?
Yeah, like Acme style. They were
now
like,
she's
"This
she's
plane's
putting
going down.
like 1940s prisoner ball and chains with bombs.
But it's actually a bomb. I don't know. No. I was just okay, so I had watched God dang it.
Run
I
us
don't
through
even
it.
remember what?
Run us through it. I want to know how you got to bombs.
my thought process. Okay. So I watched a couple of years ago. I don't remember when. A while ago. This special on like crimes throughout history, and
Seems
there's
so unlike you.
yeah, I know it was really weird. I normally don't
Who did I marry?
watch anything like that too dark, but but it was there's one in particular where I think they were doing like insurance fraud. They were like covering insurance fraud, and I don't think you can do this anymore because it sounds insane and wild. And if you can, what is this world that we live in? But where you could like buy life insurance claims like at the airport, like from a vending machine, essentially right before you
tight.
left.
Yeah.
Because you never know what's gonna happen in the
Right.
air, right? So, like that was one of the cases, and then there was another case where like a whole bunch of insurance claims had been taken out or something like that. I might just be smashing all of these stories together. I don't know, but that plane went down. That plane did not make it. And I think that there was a homemade bomb. There was a homemade bomb. Yeah, someone made a bomb, and it was in a suitcase. It was in a briefcase. But
so
would
someone
not-
took a life insurance policy out on someone taking a flight,
correct,
but then put a bomb in their bag.
right,
So then they blew it up
right.
to collect insurance on the person on the flight.
Yes. Thank you for filling in the gaps. Yes, yes.
Okay.
But they didn't run into a mountain, so I do see how this theory is flawed. But that's just what I was thinking.
Yeah.
You guys wanted to know what I was thinking, and that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And,
Well, it's a good thing that's like the worst tragedy.
It's so loud.
I know. I'm sorry, everyone. I just did it for effect, and now I have to bring it back.
Here. So much worse.
I am so
So
sorry.
much worse than doing it fast.
I don't know.
It's okay.
What were you saying, Jordan?
I was just gonna say
Skirt.
Sorry.
I'm glad that's the worst thing involving planes that could happen in our country.
Man, come on,
So,
dude. Anyway.
one of the next times that they... Oh, I love doing this show. Okay, so one of the next times that they are in the... I think it is that time. Yeah, they're in the office with Juno.
Sure.
Behind her is glass, right?
Is her boobs. Because she died, and they were just turned around on the back of her back.
Hmm?
I don't know, just because you did this with your hands. Which
Oh, there was
nobody
the
can see in
glass
podcast.
behind
I know,
her.
I know.
Oh, because people are just listening. Some of you.
Yes.
Thanks for hanging in there. Everyone else has moved to YouTube, so
A lot of people are becoming public servants right now,
yeah, yeah,
Oh, no.
or at
Yeesh.
least considering.
yeah. Could I work at a desk forever? You can't. I worked at a desk for 6 months and quit. Some people just can't do it. You know what I mean?
I did it for about a decade, and it was. I don't think I can go back. I
Yeah.
think I would die.
Which decade? The first one, the second one, or the third one?
The second one.
It'd be funny if it was the first one.
That would be wild. That would be child labor.
I was
somewhere.
gonna say I think that's illegal. I think you. Okay, so behind the glass
Correct.
was
Yes.
a theater.
Tell us more.
People sitting in a theater.
Uh-huh.
So when you watched Beetlejuice in a theater, at one point the undead or the dead were watching the living, watching the movie, watching, which was really cool.
How avant-garde.
Yeah. Heady.
It was quite heady. It was a heady concept.
So what's fun is there was 2 skeletons in there. One of them was green, one of them was red. When he does Mars attacks later on, there are green skeletons and red skeletons, depending on what laser beam people got shot and murdered with, which is cool. And then there
It's a cool
is
Easter egg.
yeah, and then there's people with like there's a girl with like long red hair. Don't know what she would have to do with anything, other than in like 20 years he's gonna remake and fuck up the Wizard of Oz. And then
I still have never seen that. I don't even know.
me either. I just know that he made his girlfriend have a giant head and made a movie bad.
Was it Helena Bonham Carter?
Yeah,
Oh, bummer.
Helen the Power Bottom Carter. And then
Probably.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, she fucking probably carried them quite a bit.
I bet.
Go ahead.
And then there was 2 dudes in black suits and Ray-Ban sunglasses, which supposedly some people think are the Blues Brothers, but I say, are they Blues Brothers or are they Men in Black?
No, it's probably it probably is Jim Belushi. Let's be honest.
Oh, because
Or
he's
not
dead.
Jim. The other one, John.
John Belushi.
God, why would you name your kids 2 J names? It's
I don't know.
People do that all the time, and I'm
I
like,
think it's-
dude, come on. Let your kids have personalities. Give
Yeah.
them a fighting chance.
This is Jim. This is
please.
John. This is Jonathan. This is Jaden. This is
Which there's nothing wrong with that if your parents did that or you are parents who did that. Good
But
for
change
you.
your name.
yeah. It's totally legal for you to change your name to whatever you want.
A little harder if you're trying to change your last name because you've recently gotten married.
That's true.
You know.
But you can just do it though.
You can do
Jordan,
it,
you can
technically.
change your name to Eldon Theodore Ring if you want to. You know what I mean?
And then you'd have the same name as your dad, technically, which is confusing.
Oh,
to
my dad.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
really confusing every time you guys do that, and I'm like, what? Why? Is your dad okay? What's happening?
Yeah.
And it's just you guys going, Elden Ring.
Oh, my dad's calling.
Eldon ring ring ring.
Banana phone. Do, 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 do. Anybody?
Speaking of banana phone,
Yes.
you won another prize.
Oh, yay! What do I get?
You
This
got
game sucks.
married, so relax.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
Oh my god!
I'm kidding. So-
wow. Oh.
It has begun.
Oh god.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay. When Glenn Shaddix, Otho, died and became a legit cast member of this movie,
Rest in peace, Otho.
but on the other side,
Right. From beyond.
he got his handbook. September 2010. The last song performed at his memorial service was Deo, the Banana Boat song.
Oh, fun. What day did he die in September? Does it say?
You would ask. It doesn't say.
I just wonder.
No, for sure. I can look it up.
I just wonder. We don't have to know, but I just wonder. You know,
Yeah.
a girl can wonder.
Yeah.
But did you know that he also played the voice of the mayor in the Halloween Spoopy Town?
I did not know that.
And I'm trying.
Nightmare Before Christmas. I always want to say Nightmare on Elm Street, so I understand. It's confusing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't realize that.
What do you guys think? You like?
Got a dead flower in your poofy hair. Oh, he
Dead-
died the 7th.
Really?
Yeah, very close.
So weird. I know this is just a thing that I'm sure happens to everybody,
Mhm.
but it really does seem like quite a few weird tragedies happen very close to or on my birthday. But I think it's just because a lot of tragedies happen in the world, and then I do that thing that everybody does because we're all narcissists, where we're like, oh my god, it's the same day as my birthday.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, Brandon Lee and I have the same birthday, so I like to imagine that. I liked to imagine that I am the second coming of Brandon Lee, just 2 of him.
Can you do a roundhouse kick real quick?
No. And I can also, but I can also live longer than him. But yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry for just
Wait, can you?
screaming
you?
into this.
Yeah.
thing.
What was his?
I assume. I don't know. Actually, I don't know why I just like auto put him into the 23 club.
It's a 27 club, you mean?
No, it was yeah.
Yeah.
Also, one of the fun things that my narcissist brain did was be worried that I would die when I was 27. Like, you haven't done anything. Don't worry about it. It's okay. If you die at 27, you're not a part of the club. You just have an obituary. You know what I mean?
Well, that's not a bad.
Well, that only happens if somebody writes one for you too. So
Well, you're a writer.
Oh,
You were
I get paid by the word.
you were in a thing.
it is a ripoff.
Did.
Yeah.
Shit's dead. This guy deceased AF.
I don't think it's
Super
like a
nerd.
badge of honor to be part of the 27 club, though. Just so you know, it's like cool. You guys did some cool things with your life. Happy you made art.
Oh, he was
Woo.
28.
Also, don't do
He's 28.
drugs.
Fucking beat you, bro.
This is so aggressive.
I mean, it's kind of the same.
know.
You know, it's in the same wheelhouse as the 30 under 30. So
I also hate that. I also hate the 30 under 30 thing.
What's 30 under 30?
30 under 30 is like a celebration of people that accomplish great things before they turn 30.
God
Guess
damn
what,
it.
man? Everybody's just trying out here. We're all just trying to enjoy our lives and be human beings. Don't compare yourselves to other people, guys. It's bad for your brain. That's
It's
why
true.
I don't like the 30 under 30 things. I'm like, cool. Einstein also did bad things too, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I actually don't know if he was 30 when he officially, or under 30 when he officially started contributing to society as like a great mind.
Mm-hmm.
But probably he was, maybe, right?
I don't know.
Well,
I,
also,
don't-
like,
I just looped him in there. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, if you're going to go for anybody, you should definitely do Jared from Subway. That seems like a much better comparison.
Oh, he did some very bad things.
And he did a lot of under 30, you know what I mean?
Oh no! Oh boy. Okay, so Beetlejuice. Back to that.
Oh.
All right. We're talking about this movie.
well, it was funny. I was gonna hand the show over to Jordan, but I you know what? Revoked.
You get the
Oh,
opposite
no.
of a prize.
yeah.
My $5
You get
foot
lied
long.
to again.
So I did come across a very fun, like, Beetlejuice watch along on YouTube
Yeah.
with V. Nelson. I have all their names down here on the list that I can't see as usual. Robert.
Redford,
No, not Smith.
De Niro.
Not De Niro.
Is it in the Google Docs, baby?
It's in the Google Docs. Yeah, he did the special effects makeup as far as prosthetics are concerned. And then also the artistic, the production artist. Thank you so much. Dicka dicka bop boop boop a doop boop. Go on a journey with me as we scroll down through this thing. Gonna take a look. Where are we? Okay, here we go. Tom
Nailed it.
Duffield and Robert Short, or Bob Short is how he's referred to a lot as well. So they do like a Beetlejuice watch party that was part of a charity. Oh yeah, for a excuse me,
Jordan's face.
What was that?
it was a burp.
If you're listening to the just listening, Jordan's face was disappointed.
I was so confused. I didn't hear any burp. I just heard like fucking orgasm. That's all I heard. What? Her eyes rolled back in her head.
It felt good. It was a bellygasm, I guess. I don't know. Oh man. So anyway, they do a Beetlejuice watch party, and to try to raise money for a charity for a theater, and it's really cool because they are talking about a lot of like what you're looking for when you're like, how was this movie made? What did they do? How did they come up with these concepts? Blah, 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 blah. And it's all in one place where you get to feel like you're hanging out with them. And if you want to get real crazy, I mean, it's on YouTube. So just watch the movie with them.
That's
because they tell you when to
awesome.
start it.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. Also, Steve Laporte is one of the other makeup artists that's involved. And my gum has gotten weird. Have you guys ever chewed your gum so long that it just like gets goopy in your mouth?
Yeah.
I hate it.
Mm-hmm.
Just swallow it.
I can't do it. I'm like too old for that. I can't. My brain, I have like, that's like one thing. I don't have an adult brain a lot of the time. But when it comes to swallowing gum, my brain is like, nope, don't do it. It's
Yeah.
gross and weird and don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Laporte was responsible for the nose look the Beetlejuice has because Michael Keaton was all like, hey, I want to look like I have like a broken nose or something, like I'm a fighting guy, you know?
Tough.
I'm a tough fighting guy. And so they didn't have any sort of like broken nose prosthetic, but he did have like swollen lip prosthetics. So they took like 2 swollen lip prosthetics and like popped them together on either side of his nose, and then that's how they created Beetlejuice's like wonky nose.
Yeah.
And they just that he had a lot of them, so they just made a mold and had several prosthetics on deck.
That's fun.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Also, We're just clipping through it here, guys, because we're probably getting to about time. We're probably getting pretty close. How are we doing on time?
We're close.
All right.
We are pretty close.
All right. So, hey, guys, ladies, friends, anybody who gets acrylic nails from time to time. I'm not trying to gender this. Who cares? You want to get fake nails? Do it. But it kind of sucks for a while sometimes, or at first if you're not used to them for sure, because they feel weird. But Michael Keeton had them for apparently 2.5 weeks the whole time he was shooting.
Nice.
To have weird, gross, dead guy nails. V. Nielsen called her nail lady out apparently to set and said, hey, give this dude a set.
That's cool.
And then he just had them on.
Yeah,
Which
I would
is
do that
impressive.
too. Like,
Yeah, it's hard. Well, and honestly, I mean, obviously he's like probably not washing a lot of dishes or whatever. I mean, maybe he is. I don't want to.
Yeah.
Who knows?
who knows?
But they do tend to like start to wear off. You know, the glue starts to wear from underneath your nail and what have you, and they might pop off, which is like a whole issue. But apparently they didn't.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
I think I'm gonna take a nap now. Oh
Yeah.
my god, I just exploded.
Jordan. It's your pick next week. Do you have anything picked out?
Oh,
I know you've had a lot on your brain.
yeah. Oh,
I forgot something. I'm so sorry. This is a kind of a big deal. I forgot.
Oh, okay.
Okay, this was the first film That- ever in the history of time ever.
Oh,
The
yeah.
end.
Mm-hmm.
This was the first film that utilized actually for reals for all of their looks airbrushing.
That's awesome.
That's a very big deal.
Yeah.
Everybody does it now.
Right.
All right.
Beetlejuice did it first.
That's all I got. Okay, go. Sorry, your pick.
you know, haven't even thought about it.
Oh,
Gonna be honest,
Your
totally forgot it was my pick.
okay. Well, that's fine.
pick.
That's
Elden
fine.
Ring.
That's fine.
Yeah,
We'll.
We're gonna have to just. I'm gonna pick Elden Ring. You and I are gonna have to just beat the whole game in the week and
Okay.
then come back. And
sorry,
talk
babe.
about it.
Okay.
Sounds good. We'll start a new podcast
Yeah.
just called Elden
Ring
Cock Ring,
Yeah.
and it's just us talking about Elden Ring.
with their cocks out.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Not a video podcast.
Don't
Actually,
think
we
you
could
c-
just do it on Pornhub.
You could. Actually, I'm sure that you would have quite a few followers.
0 views. They're like, no, I'm good.
Maybe. I don't know, guys. You would have followers. I think you would. I think people would watch you.
Maybe.
There's definitely
We could do a segment where we make them talk. You know, like.
Elden Ring. Oh my god.
I kept getting fucked by this one part so much.
I can't even. Okay. The kids are sleepy, and so are we. I'm wrapping it up. If you enjoyed the show, go on YouTube. I mean, yes. Subscribe. Go to iTunes. Leave us a 5-star review. Don't leave us anything else other than that. You're wasting your time. Go to Spotify. You can leave a review on there. Also, leave a 5-star review. It'd be super cool of you.
Thank you for that. Yeah. You can also go to Instagram and follow us there. Black Cat Horror Podcast.
Mhm.
You can send us an email at blackcathorrorpod@gmail.com. Tune in next week
Mm-hmm.
because we will be, yes we will have a special ghost episode that we were going to have prior to Beetlejuice, but we didn't because we wanted to have someone on to talk. So it's after Beetlejuice with our friend Jessica.
We might do 2 episodes next week to keep one of them relevant, because we might have Carrie from the Skull Crawlers on too. We might dive into the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We don't normally do like new shit that just came out, but
Right.
I think we're going to make an exception for the new Texas Chainsaw. So
And we might save it to stay ahead. Who knows? Who knows? We can't say what we're going to do.
yeah,
Time will tell.
yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what's happening. Anyway, but yeah, please go to those places and follow us, or send us an email if you want, or DM us. That's cool too. Jordan, do your thing now.
You can also go to our anchor.fm/Black Cat Horror Podcast. There you can message us. You can interact in the little quizzes and stuff that Dylan puts on there sometimes. You can also go there to check out the podcast that I do called the FV Sequence, where we do video game movies. You know what? And I'm just going to say, please just go over there and subscribe. You don't even have to listen to the show. Just hit the subscribe button on that. Just have that in your feed. That's all I'm asking.
Nice.
You don't even have to rate me. You can just subscribe to it. That's all I want.
Nice.
Yep.
Um,
Just some. What is it again? FMV.
the FMV Sequence.
F like.
Like an F, and then an M like an M, and then a V like a V. But yeah, just go over there, check that out. We just did, most recently, we went and saw the new Uncharted film, and we talked about that. We just covered a movie adjacent, or I guess a video game adjacent film, Free Guy, that Ryan Reynolds film.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
How was that movie? Was it fun?
It was a movie that takes up an allotted amount of time of your viewing.
Okay.
And you talk about it on your podcast.
Yeah.
So
And great detail.
everybody go.
Oh,
Of my opinion of that film.
That sounds wonderful.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be funny, guys.
Yeah.
Definitely go listen.
Also, hit up Jordan if you're trying to get married.
Yeah, I'm a thingy. I'm a
You're
minister.
ordained.
I'm ordained.
You're an ordained minister.
I'm practiced now too.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're welcome.
I think I can do exorcisms. Don't know. Haven't read the book.
You
No,
can.
very
actually.
different. No.
You can't.
No.
No, I mean technically,
You gotta learn the
I
rights
looked
though.
at the book, and I mean technically there are some things in there. It's different. Every religion has a different.
Here's the
Maybe I
thing.
can do bio
If you can start, yeesh, you can. Don't,
But
dude. If you can
you
legally do exorcisms,
That'd be pretty rad.
dude, yeah, let's fucking
I don't
do
think
it.
I don't think the law is involved until you accidentally kill someone
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
or like
It's like
physically
bounty
abuse
hunters.
something.
Yeah. Right.
Like you,
Yeah.
you know, it's like $1,000 to get a bounty hunter license for the entire United States.
that
like
sounds
$1,000,
cool,
yeah.
but that also sounds like a ton of work. Like you're gonna get shot at and stuff, and you
Like, maybe not.
gotta wear a leather vest.
You
Yeah,
gotta
dude.
bleach your hair.
That's true. You got to get a mullet.
Yeah.
I mean, I almost did it. I was like super hyped on it in high school. Me and my friend were like, dude, let's do it. So yeah.
Yeah.
But dude, we could do both. We can be exorcists and bounty hunters. And we might get bounty hunter fucking exorcist crossover
That's true.
stuff.
Because maybe these people aren't just hopping bail because they are afraid of going to prison for the rest of their lives.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're possessed by demons.
That'd be sick.
Just like Emily Rose.
Yep.
Didn't she die?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Probably.
Is that a real movie? Is that movie
The
actually
Exorcism of Emily Rose, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it probably.
It's got Dexter's sister in it.
real? Yeah.
So she's creepy.
All right.
All right, we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye, guys.
Love ya.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
All right, let's get down to business. Here, Mike. I got a card around here somewhere. Here. Who do I have to kill? Here, hold that for me, would you? Whoa! There you go. You don't have to kill anybody. Ah, possession. Good. Learn to throw your voice. Fool your friends. Fun at parties.
No, we just want to get some people out of our house.
Ah, I understand. Well, look, in order to do that, I'm really gonna have to get to know you guys. You know, we gotta get closer. Move in with you for a while. Get to be real pals. You know what I'm saying? And save that guy for later, huh?
My wife and I would like to ask you a couple of questions.
Sure. Go ahead, shoot.
Well, for instance, what are your qualifications?
Well, I attended Juilliard. I'm a graduate of the Harvard Business School. I travel quite extensively. I lived through the Black Plague, and I had a pretty good time during that.
I've seen The Exorcist about 167 times, and it keeps getting funnier every single time I see it. Not to mention the fact that you're talking to a dead guy. Now, what do you think? You think I'm qualified?
What I mean is, can you be scary?
Oh, I know you're asking me. Can it be scary? What do you think of this?